Hey everybody, Mr. B here and welcome to the Loft. Today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to make your grilling experience easier when you live in high density housing such as an apartment complex or a condo, when your grills are typically way off in the nether regions of your complex, right? So with just a little bit of planning and making it part of your food prep to maximize the effort, this is a breeze. Let me show you how it's done. Okay, one of the first things you're going to want to think about is, what are you doing? What are you going to need when you get to the grill? Because in my experience, once I get down there and get started, if I've forgotten something, there's no stopping. You don't just run back in and get something because it's impossible. So today I'm going to be doing some country style ribs. I'm going to be doing some wings, lemon pepper style. They'll probably end up being what we call lemon pepper wet here in the ATL. What else? We're gonna do some portobello mushrooms. We're gonna do some asparagus. And I'm gonna do some brats and Italian sausage as well. So that sounds like a lot, like I'm about to feed 30 people, but it's part of my food prep routine in the spring and summer. You can freeze meat that you have grilled. So many people go to the grocery store, they go to the frozen section, and they're buying grilled chicken that's already cooked. They're buying chicken wings that's already cooked, that you've got to reheat. So anytime that you're grilling, regardless of whether you're high density or low density dwelling, right? When you fire that grill up, maximize it, do it. Okay, the first thing I want to get started on are the brats, because I'm going to boil them in beer with a little bit of onion and just let them finish off on the grill. So, because this is sort of pre-cooking, it's gonna be hot. So I'm gonna wanna make sure that it's kind of down temp-wise for when I have to transport it all down to the grill. So we're gonna start with some hot Italian links. Get in here, boo-boos. And just your trusty old bratwurst. You can't ever go wrong with it. In we go. In goes my beer. Probably gonna need two. Okay, medium heat. Chop your onion. Cover. Once it hits a boil, about 10 minutes should do it. All right, so we're gonna get our chicken going here. I'm doing a lemon pepper style. I'll probably finish it with what we call lemon pepper wet, which I basically do like a stick of butter and additional lemon pepper seasoning. And yeah, and then you just in that, and oh my God, that's delicious. So, we're gonna get these guys and gals and non-binary pals, as Kenji would say, dried off into a plastic bag. One of the things that when you've got to pack up to go grill, you've got to be very mindful of cross-contamination. So I don't want my raw food touching my pots, my pans, my utensils. I also don't want to have to trek down a bunch of extra dishes, right? Because it's just going to increase your load, right? Fortunately, these are coming out pretty dry. Everything into a gallon bag. Wash my hands, and we're going to season. So I'm going to take some, look, I'm getting some help from the store, okay? This is about logistics more than it's about really recipes, although the shit's amazing, if you know what I'm saying. We're going to get this lemon pepper seasoning all down up in this. Humidity. We're going to juice a lemon. Because how did you go wrong with that? Put the whole lemon in there, who cares? Throw a little olive oil. This is just gonna help kind of bind it all together, right? Get as much air out of it as you can. Kind of jiggle wiggle to incorporate. It'll get all up in there eventually. Into the refrigerator. Next thing I'm going to prep is some country style ribs. Of course, because I wanted to do something on country style ribs, the grocery store was out of country style ribs. So what I've got here are pork loin back ribs, which are basically the same damn thing. I've just got to kind of, prep this up myself. So what I'm going to do is just go in between the bones on each and break them down. Now, I find doing this speeds the cooking process up for these considerably. You can do the whole rack, but that's going to take you a little bit of time. Now, if I was smoking these, I would definitely consider that. Okay, into my plastic bag once again. All right, so this is going to be more of a dry rub situation, although, to be honest with you, I'm using some store help. I've got a great recipe for a rub. I'll link it down in the description. Feel free to use it. I'm also trying to avoid sugar. Nobody cares about any of this. So we're going to get this going. I think I'm going to use a pretty good bit, if not all, of this humidity. Let's see how that goes. Get most of the air out. Give everything a rub to incorporate all that. And into the fridge. Another one of the things that I love to do on the grill is asparagus. I'm not going to do all of this, but I'm going to get me some that I can enjoy over the next few days or so. Now, I got this home yesterday and washed it, so we're going to skip that part today. So, just going to take them, get the wood off of them, and throw them in my bag. So for this marinade, I'm just going to do a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Maybe just a little on some garlic powder, right? And once again, using some store-bought help. This is a great opportunity to use Italian dressing, if you will. Or if you're wanting to do something maybe a little bit more homemade, olive oil, lemon, salt and pepper, and some fresh garlic crushed. Trust me on that. And we are just going to get that doused. I'm going to get the air out of it. And we're just going to get that going. Into the refrigerator. Next up are Portobello mushrooms. This is an incredible vegetarian option when you've got vegetarians amongst your group. If you're doing it for a group, these make a great sandwich, great side dish, great flavor, low in calories, low in carbs. Now, you never wash your mushrooms, but I do tend to take, a paper towel here, this just lightly damp, and, do this to them. Now, for this marinade, you can do a couple of things. I think soy sauce would be good here. They're mushrooms, they're a blank slate, with exception of the earthiness that I love so much. I am going to do a little bit of olive oil here. And I need a depth, right, of something. And I love to use Worcestershire for this. Again, soy sauce would be great. Comme ça. And for these guys, I am going to take the opportunity here maybe to use some fresh garlic. I'm absolutely angry with the quality of garlic that I am getting right now. And let's just give everything a tossy toss. And put it in the fridge. Okay, now that I've got the meat and the veggies situated, it's time to start thinking about what equipment I'm going to need for my journey. But before I do that, I need some cream cheese and some scallions because I'm going to stuff those portobello mushrooms with that. You heard me right. So instead of carting this down there like that, we've got to cart in. I'm going to go ahead and throw my cream cheese in here. It'll be great and softened, if not just absolutely a hot mess by the time I need it on those mushrooms. Good old Philadelphia. What would we do without you? Now, equipment. So, let me tell you guys something. If you do not have one of these little things, I would strongly suggest you get one because this is fantastic for the asparagus so it's not falling in the grates. I know I am going to need a sheet tray, utensils. I need tongs, probably a couple of spoons maybe because we're going to be doing that cream cheese at some point. I need something to carry all of this stuff back up here in once it's cooked. Typically, because we have a lot, couple, you know, just in case, let's get a couple of plastic bags. Why am I getting a couple of plastic bags? Because this is going to end up being dirty and I can just cover it like that. Same with the spoons, I can just throw this in there. What else do we need? We'll want to take a little bit of aluminum foil with me because you never know. And something to bag everything up in. Probably going to need a couple of these. So let's do this. I like to kind of consolidate a little thing, a couple of things here. Sometimes the perfect, not perfect. Truth be told, pre-COVID, I kept a lot of this stuff just already packed up, so I didn't have to go through this routine, which actually made it simple. So I had all of my grilling at the pool supplies packaged up, and as soon as it would come out of the dishwasher, I would put it back in the bag, and then there you would have it. You don't have to worry about, oh my God, and I greatly reduced chances of getting down there and not having what I needed. Next in we go. Our grill pan, this. And another great gadget to have is what I call my Meemaw cart. Quintessential piece of equipment. It's the only way you can get groceries up numerous stories because it just makes the transporting so much easier. Right, in we go. Okay, so one thing that I found I was forgetting are these kind of tools. All right, guys, it's time to load up the meat and get this started.
Give
there you have it. I would say start to finish. I started about 2.5 hours. If you think about how much food was cooked, right? We've got those lemon pepper chicken wings, we've got the asparagus, we have the mushrooms with the cream cheese stuff. I mean, come on, right? Then we've got more chicken wings and brats and little ribs and all kinds of deliciousness there. So, simply put, if it's gonna take effort, and yes, it does take the effort to pack everything up, take everything down, cook, bring everything back up, go full on maximum. You know what I mean? Do this twice a month, once a month. Got grilled meats, more grilled meat than I can possibly eat, so I'll be feeding somebody something. So there you have it, kids. Just a few of my tips and tricks on how to grill in high density living. Click subscribe, come along for the ride, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye. Jesus fucking Christ. What happened to my scallions?